A journey through the cosmos, the fascinating stories of famous comets. Throughout history, comets have fascinated, inspired, and even terrified humankind. These icy wanderers from the far reaches of the solar system streak through our skies with glowing tales, sparking myths, scientific inquiry, and cultural marvel. Often appearing suddenly and blazing across the night sky, comets were once seen as omens. Today, they are understood as cosmic time capsules, offering clues about the origins of our solar system. In this article, we explore some of the most famous comets in history, those that captured the imagination of people, contributed to science, and left a lasting legacy. Before diving into the tales of famous comets, it helps to understand what a comet actually is. Comets are small solar system bodies composed primarily of ice, dust, and rocky material. When they approach the Sun, the heat causes the ices to vaporize and release gas and dust, forming a glowing head called a coma, and often a tail that points away from the Sun due to the solar wind. Comets originate from two main regions, the Kuiper Belt, just beyond Neptune's orbit, and the Oort cloud, a distant spherical shell surrounding the solar system, believed to be a reservoir of long-period comets. Halley's Comet is arguably the most famous of all comets. Named after British astronomer Edmund Halley, who in 1705 correctly predicted its return based on historical records, it was the first comet recognized to be periodic. References to Halley's Comet go back over 2 millennia, including Chinese records in 240 BC and possibly even earlier sightings by the Babylonians. One of the most iconic medieval appearances was in 1066, just before the Battle of Hastings. It's famously depicted in the Bayeux Tapestry, a detailed embroidery documenting the Norman conquest of England. Halley's Comet helped prove that comets are celestial objects with predictable orbits, not just atmospheric phenomena. Its 1986 visit was observed by spacecraft for the first time, including the European Space Agency's Giotto, which captured close-up images of the comet's nucleus. Discovered independently by Alan Hale and Thomas Bopp in July 1995, Comet Hale-Bopp became one of the brightest and most widely observed comets of the 20th century. For many observers, it was visible to the naked eye for a record-breaking 18 months, making it a true Great Comet. Its extraordinary brightness was due in part to its large nucleus, about 40 to 80 kilometers wide, larger than most comets. As it neared the Sun, it developed twin tails, one of ionized gas and another of dust, both stretching across a significant portion of the sky. Tragically, Hale-Bopp was also tied to the mass suicide of the Heaven's Gate cult, who believed that an alien spacecraft was following the comet. This event highlighted the influence comets can have, not just on science, but on culture and belief systems. Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9, or SL9, provided an extraordinary cosmic event, the first time humans witnessed a collision between two bodies in the solar system. Discovered in 1993 by astronomers Carolyn and Eugene Shoemaker and David Levy, SL9 had been torn into fragments by Jupiter's powerful gravity the previous year. Over several days in July 1994, these fragments collided with Jupiter's atmosphere at speeds of around 60 kilometers per second. The resulting explosions created Earth-sized scars on the gas giant that remained visible for weeks. This unprecedented event confirmed theories about the dynamic nature of the solar system and emphasized Jupiter's role as a gravitational shield for Earth, often diverting or capturing potentially hazardous objects. In a time when much of the world was in lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Comet NEOWISE offered a celestial spectacle that inspired wonder and awe. Discovered in March 2020 by NASA's Near-Earth Object Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, or NEOWISE spacecraft, the comet became visible to the naked eye in July. NEOWISE developed a brilliant tail and could be seen just before dawn and after sunset in both hemispheres. It quickly gained popularity, with millions photographing and sharing images on social media. This comet served as a powerful reminder of the universe's enduring beauty, even in the most difficult times. Comet Hyakutake was discovered by Japanese amateur astronomer Yuji Hyakutake just weeks after he missed seeing another comet. Little did he know that his discovery would become one of the brightest and most spectacular comets of the 20th century. In March 1996, Hyakutake made one of the closest approaches to Earth by a comet in 200 years, passing at a distance of only 15 million kilometers. Its long, bright tail stretched across the sky, sometimes appearing to reach from horizon to horizon. Scientists studying Hyakutake found it emitted X-rays, a phenomenon later observed in other comets and attributed to interactions between solar wind and cometary gas. This finding helped deepen our understanding of comet composition and behavior. Comet Encke has the shortest known orbital period of any known comet, returning to the inner solar system every 3.3 years. It was named after Johann Franz Encke, who calculated its orbit in 1819. Unlike many comets, Encke has no grand sweeping tail in recent apparitions, likely due to its age and exhaustion of volatile materials. However, it remains important to astronomers studying comet aging and solar interactions. Encke is also the parent body of the Taurid meteor shower, which occurs annually and is believed to be associated with a larger, ancient comet that broke apart thousands of years ago. Tempel 1 was the target of NASA's Deep Impact mission, which intentionally crashed a probe into the comet's surface in July 2005. The goal was to study the interior composition of a comet by observing the ejected material. The impact created a massive crater and gave astronomers a unique view of what lies beneath the surface. Findings confirmed that comets are made of porous, loosely held material, more like fluffy snowballs than solid rocks. Tempel 1 was later revisited by NASA's Stardust spacecraft in 2011, marking the first time a comet had been visited by two different spacecraft. This made it a key subject in comet research and space exploration. Comets are not just pretty sights. They are among the oldest, most primitive bodies in the solar system. Their icy cores preserve materials from the early solar nebula, offering insight into the conditions that existed when planets were forming. Scientific study of comets has shed light on the chemical building blocks of life, such as amino acids and organics, water distribution in the solar system, and impact events that may have influenced Earth's history, including mass extinctions. Comets also challenge and expand our understanding of planetary defense. Monitoring potentially hazardous comets remains a priority for space agencies worldwide. Famous comets like Halley-Hale-Bopp and Shoemaker-Levy 9 are more than just bright streaks in the sky. They are messengers from the distant past, cosmic storytellers traveling across millennia. They remind us of our place in the vast universe and ignite curiosity that has fueled both ancient myth and modern science. With future missions like the ESA's Comet Interceptor and continued sky surveys, we will undoubtedly witness new cometary wonders. And perhaps like those before us, we will look up in awe, reminded that the cosmos still holds surprises for those willing to watch the skies. Thank you for watching. If you would like content like this, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way.